across the South Coast, live from Solent University. You're listening to Solent Sports News.
Hello, welcome to the last bulletin of the day, Peter London. So, the Premier League video assistant referee chief is to leave his role at the end of the season. He moved on to lead video assistant referee duties after retiring as an on-pitch referee in 2018. He's now opted to retire amid a period of charge at the professional game Match Officials Limited. Manchester United won the Carabao League Cup yesterday against Newcastle in the final at Wembley. The Red Devils won 2-0 thanks to Camario and Rashford goals. Manchester United midfielder Bruno Fernandes tells us more on the game itself.
We want more and we need more because our standards demand more. For me, it was about winning trophies, and finally we did it. Well, as I said, I'm satisfied now because finally I get my trophy, but I want more. I want much more.
Newcastle manager Eddie Howe was at his first cup final with the club. The team manager shares his disappointment.
I've got no regrets with, how we tried to set the team up. Our intent to the game, we wanted to be really brave as we have been all season and try and attack the match and have a right go at Manchester United.
At the weekend, Southampton lost once again, and we have our report on Mahar at St Mary's. You're on, Mahar.
Thank you, Peter. I'm standing here outside St Mary's Stadium, and this is the place where last week there was a lot of speculation about who will manage the Saints. But later, interim boss Ruben Sellis was appointed the manager of the team. Sellis insisted that they are playing well, despite still being in the bottom of the Premier League following a 1-0 defeat with the Leeds.
We have the possibilities to perform to win the game, and we are not a team that is conceding a lot and then is out of the game and they cannot compete. No, we are competing, we are there, we are Premier League level, and then we are doing things and performing in that level.
Speaking to them Southampton fans, talking about what do they feel about Sellis being appointed as the new manager after Ralph Hasenhüttl and Nathan Jones.
Well, I think Ruben Sellis has been handed a poison chalice, really. The club's in a very difficult situation. He's stuck with the squad he's got. He can't buy any new players in. He's just got to try and dig them out of this situation. I think it's very, very difficult. But I think he's probably as good as any other manager that they can get at the moment, so I think probably they should give him the chance and see what he can do, and if the worst comes to worst, they'll just have to start building next season.
The fans also have to say something about the turmoil of Sports Republic and their spending on the team. What went wrong?
Current ownership, not great. I think when Ralph was here and Goa and all that sort of era, I think we we're treading water for a long while. I remember being at Swansea away, but they just got it so wrong. I mean, yes, they spent money, but they didn't get Ralph a striker, got Nathan Jones. I think a blind man could have seen that wasn't going to work. So I'm not convinced by their spending money.
We had an opportunity to talk with Alfie House, a journalist for Daily Echo. Says this is a new job for Ruben and the fans are not happy with the decision of selecting him as a manager.
Ruben Sellis was going to end up the permanent manager. People would probably tell you that it's been a bit of a disaster season. I think, to be fair, it has been that way. But ultimately, with Nathan Jones, they wanted to go something completely opposite from that. It was 3 months of climbing down the table, annoying fans. They wanted to go with somebody who knows the players well, who knows how to get them ticking, and that is what Ruben Sellis is. It's a job that even Jesse Marsh perhaps felt was a bit too big for him. So for Ruben to come in for his first big job, it's not easy, and he's got a lot to learn. 100%, we know that. We saw that from the team selection on Saturday and the way they played. But yeah, it's an opportunity for him, and I think he feels confident.
As one can see, Sellis is confident about the team's performances despite a tough result against Leeds United. However, the fan seems a bit divided over his appointment. Will he be able to lift the morale and the performance of the club is something everyone will have to wait and see in the coming weeks. Southampton will face Grimsby next on Wednesday in the FA Cup. Over to you, Peter.
Thank you very much for that, Maha. Love Island's Tommy Fury beat YouTuber Jake Paul by a split decision last night in Saudi Arabia. Fury won with 2 out of 3 judges, scoring in more than Paul of 76. 7-3.
I always said I would win this fight, and I'm sat up here the winner. You know, at the end of the day, I knew I was more skillful than Jake Paul. I didn't have a lot of experience at being the main event. You know, went out there, everybody was chanting, the whole world was watching this fight, and I showed everybody that I can come to the big dance and I can deliver.
But over to tennis with Cameron Norrie won his 5th ATP title earlier this morning. He beat Andreas, who was defending champion in Rio. It is Norrie's first title of 2023 and just a second on clay, having won the Lyon Open in 2022. We've now got a guest with us in the studio, Paul, again from the 3 o'clock bulletin. He's here to talk about us about virus sport, a sport that he has created. So what is virus sport?
Yes, thank you, Peter. So Visor Sports is a brand new sporting concept which has been created to make sports engaging and fun for everybody, whatever your level. So what it is, it's like a carousel of lots of fun sporting games which have been designed and created so that everybody can take part, whatever their level. So if you're really good at sport, it's really challenging. If it's something where you find sport intimidating or you've not done it very much, it's a really fun environment to take part in.
And you're not looking for, in particular, people that are already taking part in sport or doing a civic like football, cricket, or whatever. You're mainly focused on quite a niche part of the community, aren't you?
Well, yes and no. So certainly the sport allows everybody from every part of the community to take part, but it's got benefits for lots of different people. So I found that sport can be something which at the elite level is really focused on winning and quite an aggressive environment. But most people in our country just want to keep fit by having fun and being with friends. And this is what it's all about. This is why it's different from every single sport out there.
And so what can people expect from your sessions?
Well, what they can expect is just to have fun, really. So when we come along, people come to our sessions and they sometimes look quite anxious and they see lots of other people they don't know come in there. But when they take part, within about 10 seconds, people are just laughing and having fun. Many sports are all about winning and beating your opponent, and they can be quite aggressive. Sometimes there's lots of toxic masculinity. And our sport's about just smiling, having fun and having a bit of a laugh. So the environment is based on inclusion and just being friendly with people. And we do that by subtly adapting the games so everyone can succeed, whatever their level.
And if people are interested, they can find on social media, can't they, to find out a bit more about?
Absolutely. So you can go to www.visorsport.net. We're also available on Meetup and other forms of social media, including Instagram and Facebook. It's all about. We have our main session, which is at St Mary's Leisure Centre, which is on a Wednesday evening from 8 o'clock. But there's other other venues available.
And it's VISO.
That's
VISO Sport.
That's right, yes, Visor Sports. It's a bit of a funny name, but it's something which we like and people are getting to know all about.
Oh, is there anything else that you wanted to add?
Yeah, I mean, Visor Sport is something which is really for every level. So, for example, whilst we allow people who are not so confident in sport, it's really good for people who are able athletes at the same time. So a lot of our games are quite challenging tactically. So in most sports, there's a lot of repetition through drills and repeating exercises until people are technically competent. What our games do is they challenge people to think dynamically. So they're in situations which they're uncomfortable with. So elite athletes are also able to really think and improve their skills and their tactics at the same time as well.
Oh, thank you very much for coming, Paul. You can see Paul in 20 minutes on the Solent Sports News on the TV bulletin. If anyone's watching now, that you can just hop on over to that for 4:30 or thereabouts. It's not really on time, is it, these days? So anyway, but yes, so you can see that Paul in the flesh. And that's all from me today, and live from Southampton. It's Monday night.